Okay, everybody, it's me again. Yeah, and I'm gonna say something again it's really kind of revolting. I'll get to that in a moment here. This is it's sick. Tuesday, February 9th, 2021. So what's so revolting here? Well, I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to, but I will. Yeah, the NASDAQ, new record high. The Russell 2000, new record high. Fractional losses today for the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500. But here we go again. It's incredible. Yesterday, all four major stock market indices hit new record highs. Today, two out of four, not so bad. But again, this is so twisted, people. It's beyond twisted. Now, before I go on to the rest of the twisted shit show, I want to let you in on a big secret here. Today, yet again, I took another big step towards getting my fund up and running. Okay, this is not going to be too far off, people, and I'm really excited about it. I am really, really excited about it. So I'll let you know a little more next week. This is going to happen soon. Soon. All right. With that said, let's go back to the freak show market. So like I said, new record highs for the NASDAQ, new record highs for the Russell 2000. It's not over. Market's going much higher. What did the 10-year yield do today? I know you're watching the 10-year yield. Stable. 1.15. Where are you watching the 10-year yield? And the dollar index. Right here on my website, traderschoice.net, top of the second page. There is a lovely link in the description of this video. The dollar today got decimated. Okay, in this environment, that's what we want to see. Again, from a market standpoint, because I always get in a lot of trouble here. Let me clarify. From a market standpoint, we want to see a weaker dollar. From a consumer standpoint, that's the last thing we want to see. We want to see a stronger dollar. You got it? I think you all know that. At least I hope so. Cryptocurrencies right now continue to march higher. Bitcoin is over 47,000. All the big cryptos are catching a bid here. Silver today fell under a little pressure. Imagine my shock. It's so sick. But good. This is a buying opportunity. I think it fell over 1%. No big deal. But good. Let JP Morgan play their game. We will play ours. Gold put on a fractional gain. Crude oil made a nice little turnaround. The market earlier was under pressure. They turned crude oil around. And guess what? Stock market followed. This is the game. This is why, again, my lovely, lovely people. Yeah, you're all lovely. Seriously. I have this set up for you on my website. Again, top of the second page, you got 10-year yield, dollar index, crude oil, metals, Bitcoin. You don't got to look anyplace else. Just, again, save that page to your computer or wherever you watch my videos and just refer back to it several times a day. You watch these things, you will watch the market move in the way you believe it's going to go. Because, again, the market is a derivative of the debt market and other things. Okay, it depends on what's going on with the dollar, depends what's going on with crude oil. Nothing else matters here. It's mass debt expansion, a completely rigged debt market. Fed presidents crawling out of the woodwork talking about suppression of rates from here until forever, unlimited buying of assets. So that's where we're going here. As long as that 10-year yield stays stable, the dollar remains weak, they prop up crude oil, well, you tell me, where's the stock market going? You understand? It's not that hard to understand this stuff. All right, look, what I want to do here, I want to cover a few things here that happen, and it's just lovely. Now, I really do not like talking about this, but I'm going to right now. Something I have elaborated on to the point of nauseum, talking about debts and deficits just ballooning. Well, here's the news from today. It's terrible. Washington. The U.S. federal budget deficit widened sharply last month, the Congressional Budget Office said. But budget office, really? We have a budget? Oh, how does that work? We're running, trillion deficits here. So yeah, the deficit is ballooning. Trade deficits are ballooning. Debt is going nuclear. Are you surprised? Well, you shouldn't be if you follow this blog. So how about this one? This is interesting. Bloomberg. Secret vaults under a London store. Here. Secret vaults under London store gold and silver hoards. Well, imagine my surprise. Imagine my freaking surprise. I'm not surprised. Now, here, look, this is another thing I don't like to talk about at all. But again, we understand that our economy is cratering. There is no end in sight. And I don't care what the mainstream media is trying to tell you. We're not even close to a bottom. We're not close to it. We won't be close to it for a very long time. So here we go. Here's the headline. Hiring sank in December to cap off its worst year since 2009. So, I don't know what to tell you anymore. Here we go. Here's another pathetic thing. U.S. child poverty crisis, that's what we're in now, a U.S. child poverty crisis is now hitting a fever pitch. We're in a child poverty crisis here in the United States, but we're doing great. We're booming. It's a super V recovery. I don't think so. Now, I want to talk about this. This is interesting. Many of you understand the debt market or the bond market, and some of you have heard of something called junk bonds or the high yield market, the high yield debt market. Well, for the first time ever, junk bond yields dropped below 4%. I'm going to give you one guess as to why junk bonds or high yield bonds yields are dropping. Boom! Man, are you smart. The Fed's buying it. The Federal Reserve is also buying junk bonds. They're buying corporate debt as well. You're not supposed to know that. Okay, if you look it up, if you Google this, you will see that I'm telling you the truth. The Federal Reserve is not just buying mortgage-backed securities. They're not just buying treasury bonds. They're buying junk bonds and they're buying corporate debt as well. They're buying it all. But you see, you're not supposed to know that. So just keep that between you and I. Okay? Secret. All right. Now I want to talk about this real quick. This is just from my Lions out here. This is me. The trader who says buy low and sell high does not understand the market. You buy high and sell higher. If a stock is at or near a high, or even better, at an all-time high, it's there for a reason. You understand? There's little pieces of wisdom like this that make winning traders. Okay, you don't buy low and sell high. You buy high and sell higher. You understand? Little secret there too. Let's keep that between you and me. I already spoke about my fund. Took another step forward today regarding this investment fund for everyone, and I'm very excited about it. Now this one I want to talk to you about too real quick. So here's the CEO of Johnson & Johnson. It says people may need an annual COVID vaccine moving forward. Yeah, looks like they want to pump you full of that stuff every single year. Could you imagine my shock? Oh, you don't think that maybe, I'm just throwing this out here, that maybe he has a vested interest in selling you vaccines every year for the rest of your life? No. It can't be that, because you see, big pharma CEOs, they always have your best interest in mind. They always do. Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think, here's the question of the day. Maybe this will be a new thing, okay? Question of the day. Do big pharma CEOs have your best interest in mind or theirs? All right. Anyway, so with that question of the day, let's just summarize real quick. I don't know where I got that from. But yeah, so a new record high for the NASDAQ, new record high for the Russell 2000, S&P 500 and Dow slightly lower, 10-year yield 1.15, dollar got decimated. Cryptocurrencies, boom, and I mean boom, going higher here. Silver under a little pressure today, gold catching a bid, crude oil catching a bid. And that's really the story of the market. It's not going to stop with easy money. And we've never seen anything like this before. Again, you got the Fed buying everything. They're buying it all, not just mortgage-backed securities. They're buying treasuries. They're buying junk bonds. They're buying corporate debt. You name an asset. They're buying the market. They're buying everything. They're funneling dollars around the world. And again, it's an incredible situation that we are in. A global takeover by central banks. And no one says a damn thing. This is a war. It's a war right now. And we are all losing. We're all losing. We're all losing to the central banks, who are getting more powerful and more disgusting every day. Every day they're allowed to issue more debt, the more powerful they become. And it's not going to stop. That is the nature of the new world order. You understand? All right, I'm out here. This guy here loves you a lot. Please share the video and answer the question of the day. Do big pharma CEOs really have your best interest in mind? I promise to read the comments, and I want to hear what you come up with, really. I'm not even, you know what I'm going to tell you? I do not believe that big pharma CEOs have our best interest in mind. It's their bottom line. Period. They want you ill. They want you sick. They want to treat you with some kind of drug. They don't want a cure for anything. Big pharma does not want to cure a single disease. If they cured the disease, well, they wouldn't make any money. They need diseases to go on and on and on. They want to manage disease. They want to make sure it's managed in their favor as well, that the person remains ill and must remain pumped full of some kind of a drug of one type or the other. That's my take on it. I want to hear yours. All right. Again, love you a lot. Please share the video. Excited about my fund. Talk to you more about that next week. See you tomorrow morning.